Uh, doctor, doctor, I think I got a runny nose.
What was That made me I feel sick. Which
Didn't like that,
no,
did you?
but I feel sick, which is probably a good place to start. Doctor, doctor, I feel like a pair of curtains. I don't give a fuck. Get out of my surgery. How are you, Zach?
Exactly. Very good, Jack Frimston, with your face like a disused skirting board.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
No, thank me. Now, listen, I want to talk to you about something that I'm spotting. And typically, these conversations are based on things that we're spotting from training, both internal and external. So people get a real frontline view, hence trench tips.
Mm.
One of the things, Jack, that we constantly are training people on and get people to pick up on, maybe it's an active listening skill, maybe it's a note taking skill, maybe it's just a black belt sales skill, but it's spotting symptoms to problems.
Mm.
So, not someone giving you the, oh, yeah, that thing you said, I have that exact problem. It's someone presenting something that's oh, there's a little trail there, isn't there? There's a little trail to Problemville. And I think they've got a new hotel in town.
Homer, Marge, Lisa, Bart. We're talking about symptoms.
Yes, yes, very good. Duh, 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 duh. Okay, so Jack, what is an example of a symptom? What are we talking about here?
So, would we do it in our world?
Let's do it in our world. Let's do it in our world. So we've tell you what, Jack. I've hit you with some problems. Yeah, I've said normally I'm helping people get more meetings in their diary with enough people because the pipeline's looking a bit bleak. They're trying to get in front of more of the right types of people because they're trapped in these never-ending deal cycles. Or there's a new industry or sector they want to break into and they're not sure where to bloody start. And this might be the part where you tell me none of those problems apply, sir.
Could be busier. Maybe feel like we're missing a trick. I've been thinking about hiring somebody. I feel like my sales team might need training.
Okay. Okay, good. So those weren't, for the listeners at home, Jack agreeing with me and saying, you bloody swine. Have you been reading my diary? Because problem two definitely applies. What it is seeing the bit in the middle there. Okay? So thinking about hiring someone is the symptom of a problem. Yeah, why would you be thinking about hiring someone in the sales space? Because you want more sales.
Mm.
Very obvious. You want the boat to go faster. There's also some paranoia based issues in there. You think you're missing a trick. Ooh, what does that feel like? How do you notice it? That's the symptom of a problem. I feel like I'm missing something. Also, things like could be busier. So when Jack tells me that bit, I'm writing everything down that could be a potential symptom, stopping in my tracks, and rather than going across the next question, I think Jack calls it anchoring down. I'm anchoring down and I'm diving. And let me tell you something, I'm a mermaid.
You're a deep sea diver. Yes, the convers
Don't call me that.
people. We talk about like our procedure of things that we want to tick off, like problem example. You might be 5 minutes into a conversation and it's just symptom town. It's Symptomville. Then all of a sudden
Mm.
you get there to a problem. I was just saying this literally 30 seconds ago with somebody else. Couldn't have been 30 seconds. This podcast's already 4 minutes long. What a mug. It's like getting a massive nut. Okay, and smashing that nut open. And you smash it open again, and you smash it open one more time. Then all of a sudden, you've got a problem in your hand. You're a hungry little salesman squirrel, and you're ready to start the process. That's where the conversation starts. Okay. A lot of people get a symptom, they're going with it, they're going with it, they're going with it. They get to problem, brilliant. I'm going in for a close because you've got a problem. Wrong. We don't know if that problem's big enough. We don't know if there's a motivation. That's all on the back end. This is the stuff that's going to make sure they attend the meeting and give you more chance of them buying. But a lot of the time, like you see, if you try and close a meeting when somebody's just giving you symptoms, there's no drive. So why the flipping bloodiness would they want to get on a cold call?
Yeah.
Why would they want to get on a sales call with you and talk for 30 minutes? There's no such thing as like a free demo.
If the problem was a nut, what kind of nut would it be?
Maybe Eddie Murphy and the Nutty Professor too.
Okay. Well, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to say cashew, then I was going to say bless you.
Right.
I was just thinking we were
No,
on the same page.
we
You said Eddie Murphy. Okay, and let me tell you something. I'm not having Eddie Murphy milk in my cereal in the morning. Um, so other ones that are perhaps less obvious. So there's one that's come up this week in my team. We are working with a company that trains people.
hmm
Okay, and it was missed. I thought this was really interesting that this was missed. The guy said we wouldn't have any of those problems anymore because what we've decided to do is get some of our in-house team to do the training instead. Ooh, it's not as obvious, but it presents something. It presents a search that failed to find someone to help with the training. It presents the problem of time now. So what did you have to give up for those people to then focus on training
Mm.
internally instead of their everyday job? There's presenting symptoms of that. And it's the ability to look at the presenting information and go, what is the symptom? What is the breadcrumb trail? What is the leaky petrol coming out of your abusive father's car that you want to light a match to, watch him burn?
I haven't heard that one. I was going to stop you at petrol. I thought that was really good. Then it went down this like weird hillbilly avenue that I'm all right. There's a stop
No,
sign.
I
I
don't live on
stopped.
Hillbilly Avenue anymore.
I thought that was nice. Breadcrumbs is an interesting one, isn't it? People like get the breadcrumbs, then all of a sudden they think they're on Shaftesbury Hill and they're having a loaf. They're not. Follow the
No.
breadcrumbs. Are you Hansel or you Gretel? Get in it.
Yeah, I don't know what you meant, and it's Gold Hill, but I think I know what you're talking about. I don't like it. Anyway, um, I think also the only last thing to mention is the going for the wrong path.
Mm.
Make sure you're picking the right path. I'm trying to think, Jack. Maybe you've got this to hand. What's an example of the wrong path?
Uh,
There's two paths. One's the right one. One's the wrong
Well,
one.
yeah, and I'll break it down. We were talking about this in the school community earlier. I'd even break it down as much as far to go. The right path is typically like emotional questions. The wrong path is like the logical point of view. It's like asking logical questions, like listening to one earlier, like we were using something before, but it didn't work. What were you using? Like that that
Oh, that's such a
that
good
sounds like
example.
like most people will be listening, going, "Why is that a bad? Why is that a bad question?" It's like I want to know what were
Yeah,
you trying to solve when you brought that in, and they're probably like going to give you examples of it anyway. Like you're probably going to get the information, but whether it was SEO or PPC, it doesn't matter what it was. It's the hole that you're trying to fix and plug into.
that's very good. No one's ever said, "Ow, my Salesforce hurts." Remember that. Now, for people who've listened all the way through, this week's task is I want you to draw a picture of a tragic event in your life and send it to me on LinkedIn. If you send it me on LinkedIn and I can guess what the tragic moment was, I will send you £50. If I can't, it's time to go back to art school. I've been Jack Trabsab,
Uh,
and you've been that.
can I, Zach Thompson, just before we go, you always get to do the tasks, and I've never got to do one.
Yeah, because you're busy enough, aren't
No,
you?
but I've got a task. I want to set a task for someone.
All right, you set a task
Okay,
as well, then we'll see who people like
okay.
more.
If you're listening to this, do me a favor, okay? There's a
You look cheeky already.
there's a
It's annoying
guy
me.
called Marco Alfonso Rogers. He works at Air Marketing, who's our biggest competitor. Okay. Sometimes I send him voice notes singing Kumbaya. I sent him one earlier and me singing Tony Christie, Is This the Way to Armadillo? What I want you to do is just
Amarillo.
Armadillo. What I want you to do is find him. He works at Air Marketing. He's called Marco AI. AR. Send him a little message and just say, "What's your favorite song?" And if he replies with his favorite song, message me and I'll message him and I'll sing that song. That's a game for you.
Nice. That's good. That's good. But also do my game because you like me better. Cheers, guys.